It's kind of hard to talk about one guy. I just think the group is progressing as a whole. I was on the way up here. I just started thinking about some things. Guys are maturing the way because it's a younger group, younger than what we had last year. Then we got some new guys that came in. Obviously have to play or meet the expectation level of being here. And so those guys are starting to understand that. So I'm really pleased right now where we're at, but I still believe we got a long ways to go. He's got to practice better. He's got to practice with the level of consistency that we're asking him to do, the expectation. I mean, like I told him this morning, man, we get ups and downs, we get blimps and glimpses of what he's capable on game day. If he can practice that way, then he will be a much better player. So he needs to continue to just work hard and practice at a consistent level. Right now, I feel real comfortable with 8 to probably 11 guys. So I'm really comfortable with that. I think a lot of people have asked this question, how do you replace the guys that left, with Travis Hunter, LaJonte, and Will Shepard and Jimmy Horn? You don't replace those guys. But what we can do is replace the production. So I think if we got enough players in that room that I feel comfortable with and playing, that we can probably get close to or surpass the production we had last year. He's learning what the expectation of being here is, right? And so he's continuing to mature in that area. And, right now, so far, so good. If he continues to do that and eliminate some of the mental mistakes, I think we'll be pleased with what we have in Sincere. No, there's no such thing as freshmen being freshmen here. I mean, obviously, the way we recruit, the mantra that Coach Prime, when we recruit a freshman and bring them in, we expect them to play. So that's a maturity level too. They got to understand the expectation and what the other guys' standard in the room is, and they've got to meet that expectation because every freshman we brought in here so far has had an opportunity to play. So we got to get those guys ready to play immediately. I look for Jack to be what we call a Swiss Army knife, a guy jack of all trades. That's a good one. I'm very pleased with what Jack is. I think Jack is also one of those guys that asks a lot of questions on how to get better and what he can do. I think he's going to be a major contributor for us on special teams, and then that'll parlay into getting him some playing time on offense. But I'm very pleased. I'm very confident in what Jack can bring to the table. Just continuing to do what he did this spring. I think he got a little down on himself when we first started fall camp. I don't think a lot of people understand. Some people are not used to being in the driver's seat. And that's just an expectation. That's something that we have to know as coaches what that personality is, and just kind of wean him into it. And so I think he's back where he was in the spring for us, and we just got to continue to develop him from that standpoint. His ability to just make big plays. I mean, obviously, Joseph came in here. It was a freshman. Was a great player last year at Tulsa, and so we're excited about what Joseph is bringing to the table. His ability to make 50-50 contested catches and make plays downfield. I rely on Joseph in this situation. So, just his ability to do that has been great for us so far. No, I think, our job as receivers is to make whoever's in there look good. I mean, that's one of the things that I preach to those guys. I don't really care who's in the game. As a receiver, once it leaves his hands, it becomes our responsibility at that point to make the plays.